Welcome everyone to Raw Dog Game Reviews. I'm the Raw Dog, and this is what we do here at Raw Dog Game Reviews. I'm going to review a game I recently played. But here's the catch. There's no script and no editing. I'm just going to ramble on my review for the game, off the top of my head, off the cuff if you will. Now that that's out of the way, let's get to it, and let's go in Raw Dog. Okay, this time we're talking about Sonic Superstars. It's been a while, but I'm a big Sonic fan, if you know from my earlier video on Sonic Frontiers. So I wanted to talk about Sonic Superstars. And just to start off saying this, I didn't bother finishing Trip's story for the main campaign, or the second campaign, I guess it's kind of like New Game Plus. I didn't bother because it's annoying and kind of cheap in areas, and I've heard the final boss ending thing you get from it really isn't worth it, and it's just a lot of annoying things for not worth it. It's just not worth it. So yeah, I'll probably still get to it at some point. I got it on a Switch, so I play my portable games, less often when I'm traveling and things like that. So I'll get to it at some point. But right now it's not a priority. So I figured I would just talk about Superstars. And I will talk about Trip's story to a degree. I'll talk about Trip, but I can't obviously talk too much about the ending of it or anything, or levels independently because I didn't finish it. I got to where did I get to? I think I got to, I know where I got. I got to just fighting Fang. I just beat Fang in Golden Sanctuary, Golden Capital. So anyway, like I said, to start me off, I'm a ridiculously big Sonic fan. I love Sonic. I've loved Sonic since I was a child, and I mean a baby, because I was like 3 or 4 when Sonic first showed up, and I was watching the TV shows. I was playing the games. I was already playing games at 3 and 4 years old. I started playing games with Mario on my in my father's lap on my brother's NES, and then a year or so later I was gifted the Sega Genesis, and I was like, yeah, this is me. This is Sega Genesis is me. My brothers had the NES, and my friend had the NES. This is the Genesis, is all me, baby. And Sonic, I love Sonic. I played it so much. I beat it as a child, and I was proud of myself. Granted, I probably didn't get all the emeralds, at least not the first time. And, that's how that is. I was a child. But I did beat it. And I beat number 2. I beat number 3. I was going right through with Sonic. I love Sonic. Anyway, that's enough, digressing there. So, as you can see, obviously, I'm a big fan of Sonic. And I'm pretty biased. It's actually a funny ongoing family joke and friend joke that I can't speak badly about Sonic. I just can't. So I will never tell you a Sonic game is bad. It's pretty funny, actually. I can't do it. I physically can't do it. I can't say a Sonic game is bad. I can say a Sonic game is worse than other Sonic games. Like, for example, Sonic Boom, what's it called? Lyrical or whatever it's called. The one that was on the Wii that got the ridiculous thing. It was very, it was not finished. It was very unfinished. I look at that and say it's not the best Sonic game. I actually didn't play it because I didn't have a Wii U, but I can't say it was bad because I didn't play it. And like the infamous 06, I actually really enjoyed 06 because I really enjoyed the story. The gameplay wasn't the best, but I really enjoyed the story of 06. So anyway, I love Sonic, and I can't really speak poorly about it. Anyway, to continue, let's start diving in towards Sonic Superstars. So, obviously, I love the game. I really like Superstars. I think it's a really good game. I know there's some people that are talking poorly about it, saying it's not as good as other games, saying it's it's okay, but they could have done better with this. I think it's great. I think it's a great Sonic game. I think it's a great direction for the classic era to go in. It still has the classic feel. It still looks classic, but it also has a new look to it. So it still looks like it's upgrading and still, continuing on towards the future generations. It doesn't look like it's trying to be just a nostalgia baby where it's just trying to be really, really, really old school, running off of the old engine and looking like it was made back in the 90s. I don't need that. I don't need it to look like it was made in the 90s. I need it to feel like it, but I don't want it to look like it. It should be new. Like, if you want to bring in new people, it should still look new. It should still look good. I mean, I know a lot of people that will say these days, oh, I don't play that game because it looks old. I mean, it doesn't look good. It looks crappy and old. So yeah, if you want to bring new fresh fans to the franchise, don't make the game look old. Just because you wanted to hit the nostalgia and wanted to hit the feels, you can bring all the feels, you can bring all the ideas, bring the era, but make it look good, make it look new, make it look fresh. So yes, I think Sonic Superstars hit the nail on the head with that. It looks good. So yeah, let's just transition right into graphics then. So yeah, the graphics are good. I like the look of the game. I think the game looks good. I like the whole like 2.5D. I like that. I like how it looks. I like how you can work with the background and the foreground at the same time. I like the models. I like how it's like I said, like partially 3D. I just like it. It looks really nice. The colors pop. The world just kind of pops right out at you. I really like it. I just really like it. I think it's a really good look for the game. Don't get me wrong. I like the 8-bit. I like the 16-bit. I should say 16-bit. I should say 8-bit. I should say 16-bit. I like the 16-bit. I like the 32-bit. I like the old school. Of course I do. I am an old Sonic baby. I said that. But it doesn't mean that I don't want my new games to look new. Obviously, I would rather my new games look new. They look good. I don't need a brand new game to be 8-bit and ridiculous for me to be like, oh, I want to buy that. No. I'd rather a new game look new. So it doesn't mean I don't like newer 8-bit games, but I mean like I'd still rather a new game look new. Because now we have that technology. We didn't have it before. So now it's just when you have a new game that is 8-bit, you know it's just look at this nostalgia. Like yeah, no, you gotta live off other things. Is your story good? Is your combat good? Are your mechanics good? Because that 8-bit ain't doing it for me. Yeah, nostalgia, air quotes, but no. It was 8-bit before because we couldn't do better. Now we can do better. So the fact that you're doing 8-bit means that you're just trying to grab at my nostalgia. And I'm sorry, that doesn't do it for me. No. You got to have something more in there. You got to be deeper than that. I'm not going to look skin deep. I'm not a surface person. I want passion. So I want those mechanics. I want that story. So, no. But anyway, to get back on track, I digressed. Sonic Superstars, the graphics look good. I like it. I like how the hub world, I guess it's kind of like a hub world. It's more like a line. But I like how it looks. I like how all that looks and feels. I think it's a lot better than Generations hub world. Generations hub world is basically just a white space with, we'll color on it because you beat the level. No, that's just silly. Give me more. Anyway, yeah, I like the hub world. I love how it functions. I think the game just looks good. I think all the characters look good. I think Amy looks great. I think Sonic looks good. I think Knuckles looks good. I think Tails looks good. I think Trip looks good. I think Trip's a great addition to the cast. I think she's awesome. I like how Fang looks. I like how Robotnik looks. I like how everything looks. Oh, it looks good. So, let's pull out the graphics because I don't want to talk about graphics much. And let's talk about, well, first I want to say this. I don't think the music is bad. A lot of people are trashing on the music of it. I don't think it's that bad. I think it's okay. I'm not really a BGM person. I prefer like lyrical songs and songs that really pop. So when I'm playing a game, I'm really focused, and background music literally is background music. I don't pay attention to it much. Now, there are some songs that I will actually notice, and because they're so ingrained in my memory that they go along with things. So there are some, and definitely Sonic songs are like that. So there are some songs that if you play it, I'll be like, oh, I know that song, and I will say where it's from. But a lot of songs, I've had friends that are like, hey, do you know this song? And I'm like, no, I don't know this song. It's like, you played the game. It's like, dude, it's background music. BGM, literally, background. I didn't notice. I was focusing on the action of the game or the story. I was not paying attention to the song. And that's what it is. I don't pay attention a lot to music unless it really, really catches me. Or unless it's got lyrics to it that I can like sing along with and hum with. So it doesn't really bother me. The BGM is not a big thing to me. Now, yeah, some of the songs really are good, and a lot of the Sonic songs are really good. But still, I'm not really critical on BGM, so it doesn't bother me. So, to get into gameplay, I think the gameplay is awesome. I love the gameplay of Sonic Superstars. I think it feels good. I think it feels great. I think Sonic feels just the right kind of speed, just the right kind of momentum. I think it flows really nicely. I think the levels function. I'm not terribly fond of the dark level, but I think the levels function really well. I think the level layouts are nice. I think the characters play well. I only played Sonic and Trip, but still, I think the characters play well. And I think they all have their abilities. Oh no, wait, I shouldn't say that. I did play them because they have levels where you have to play as that character. So I did play as them a little bit. I like how Amy's hammer rush works. I like all that. Tails is Tails. He hasn't really changed. He plays well. Same with Knuckles. He hasn't really changed. He plays well. I like Trip. I think Trip is weird. I do like how she can stick to all the different kinds of walls, but it kind of makes her like an upgraded Knuckles, and I think that's kind of weird. Like, she has a double jump. Awesome. And she can stick to vertical walls and horizontal walls, and she can run off them at a lot faster pace than Knuckles, but she can't glide. So Knuckles has the glide over her, but I feel like basically she's just a better Knuckles. And I feel kind of bad about that. Like, I feel like Knuckles should have more. Like, or I mean, like, he should be replaced like that. I feel like maybe they should have just given her the double jump and just go on with that. Leave Tails with the But then again, Amy has double jump too. So I don't know. But yeah, or maybe they should have just not given Amy a double jump. Maybe they should have just made her just hammer powers. But anyway, yeah, I feel like Trip kind of just has a better Knuckles. And I feel like she doesn't really add much to the game in that way. I feel like she's cool. Don't get me wrong. She's a cool character. But she doesn't really add much to the gameplay like that. Like, it's pretty much just playing Knuckles. It's just that also she can, attach herself to the horizontal wall. She can attach herself to the ceiling. That's cool. But I mean, whatever. It doesn't, like, it's not amazing to me that she can do that. It's not, that doesn't, make the game for me. I also think that it's kind of weird that, I like how the emeralds have powers. I don't like all the powers. I like the afterimage power. Obviously, it Poems. It's really awesome. I like the fire power. It's cool. I kind of wish it was a better. And I like the homing attack power. That's it. That's really it. That's like the only ones I ever found useful. The slowdown is okay. I mean, sure. The I don't even know what the other ones are. The plant one, the water one. The plant one's okay. I mean, no, it's silly. I don't like the plant one. The water one is useful in the water level. That's it. The one that shows platforms, yeah, cool, whatever. It's just whatever. The yeah, I think that's it. Let's see. Fire, afterimage, plant, water, homing attack. I'm missing two. Platform. Time. I said time? Okay, that's it. That's 7. So yeah, I got them all. So yeah, that's it. I didn't like all of them. I basically only used the fire one, the afterimage one, and the homing attack one. That's pretty much all I ever used. Maybe I used the time one a little bit. That's basically it. So I didn't really find it that interesting. I definitely have to say I definitely found the bosses bad. A lot of people are trashing on the bosses. I will agree. The bosses are not that great. They are pretty much all ridiculous. They overstay their welcome by a lot. By a lot. I'm sorry. I also enjoy the idea of the boss seeing like 3 or 4 hits and they die. And being able to power the hits into that. So you feel like you're doing it quickly. You feel like you're not playing a waiting game on the boss. You feel like you're using your skill. Like, the faster you can do it means the better skilled you are. I don't like this idea that as Sonic I have to sit around and go like, can I hit you now? Can I hit you now? Can I hit you now? No. I want to be able to smack the shit out of you. So no. I don't like it. I don't like how the bosses make me wait. And I definitely don't like how some of them are ridiculously long. Like the Golden Capital fight. The Golden Capital fight is stupid. It's completely 100% stupid. It's too long. It doesn't have checkpoints, and it's just dumb. It's just dumb. Especially when, like I said, it's too long. It doesn't have checkpoints. If you get hit by the magma, you basically can't get your rings back, and there are so few rings in that area for you to fill back up on, and some of them are just traps. Like, oh hey, you have no rings? Go grab these rings. Magma. So yeah, it's just like no, you just get smacked again by the magma. It's just a trap. It's stupid. So I don't like it. I don't like how a lot of the bosses in that game just really mess with you. I don't like it. I don't let the game want to be challenging. I don't want it to be more challenging than the originals. This isn't the way to do it. Go ahead, give the boss more hits. Make him have 20 hits. But let me be able to wail on him like a crazy man. Let me be able to do 10 hits at once. So I'd be like, oh man, this guy has a lot of hits. I just did 10. Whew, how many hits does he have? 20. Sure, I'll do 10 more. Okay, but like I feel good about it because I got them all like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I did a good job, you know? I feel like I did a good job. It's just stupid. It's just stupid. And there are a lot of bosses that have, you know, that serious instant death moments. And like I said, no checkpoints. At least when you had Sonic 2. Sonic 2? Yeah, Sonic 2 with the Death Egg. No, Sonic 1. No, Sonic 2. Sonic 2 with the Death Egg bot. And, you know, Metal Sonic. At least when you had that, it was checkpointed. When you started the fight, you had Metal Sonic. And he only had 3 hits. It's fine. You learn that pattern. 3 hits is easy. And then you have the big Death Egg bot. Yeah, there wasn't a checkpoint between them, but again, it was only like 3 or 4 hits, and the pattern is there. It's easy. It's not that bad. When you have to get like 5, 10, 15 hits on a guy, and the pattern is ridiculous, and there's no checkpoints, that's annoying. That's just annoying. That's not challenging. That's just annoying. That's Dark Souls level of annoying in a Sonic game. This game should be for children. I don't feel safe giving this to my child being like, hey, beat this game. You're 4 now. You can do it. No, I don't feel safe about that. Because I don't think they could. I don't think the child could do it at that age. But anyway, the game mostly is good. I don't like the bosses, but the game is good. The rest of the game is good. So, story. Yeah, that's it. There's not really a story. Okay, so yeah, it's a Sonic game. It's an early, classic style Sonic game. There isn't much of a story. The most story we've ever had in a classic Sonic game was Sonic the Hedgehog 3. And that actually had some serious story in it, leading up to the Master Emerald and all these things. There isn't much of a story. It's your same old vibe. Robotnik goes to this place, gets the emeralds, and wants to do bad things. So he's looking for this giant dinosaur dragon thing, which we all think is Trip, but apparently it's not. And so then you try to collect the emeralds and foil Robotnik's plans. That's it. And Fang's along for the ride, and so is Trip. And they're the ones guiding Robotnik, or Trip is guiding Robotnik through the island. We don't know why. I don't know if Robotnik's like blackmailing her or why, but yeah, she's guiding. And like I said, Trip is guiding, but then it doesn't really matter. Apparently, Trip decides to join the good guy's side, or kind of. She helps out Amy, or Amy helps out her, and they start to be friends. And then she helps them get the emeralds back, or helps use the emeralds to beat up Fang by turning into a golden dragon, which we now assume is the dragon Mega Man was looking for, but apparently it's not. And yeah, so then randomly at the end of Trip's story, we find out the dragon does exist, and Supersonic has to fight it. Okay. It's really just a whatever moment. Oh yeah, so back into gameplay because I want to. So yeah, the story doesn't really matter that much. But anyway, I forgot to say that during gameplay. I also do not like how the emeralds are, again, having to be hidden around the stage. I don't like that. I always have to look them up. I'm not a big fan of that. I prefer the emeralds at the end of the stage or on the checkpoints not being hidden somewhere. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I just think it's again time consuming when it doesn't have to be. I prefer the emeralds to be challenging to acquire, but easy to find. Especially when you have to try multiple times to acquire them. I feel like, it should be easier to find. I did not like how I had to find that ring, and then basically, if I hoped that I win, if I failed, I had to try to find another ring, and made traversing levels annoying.
And I don't like how when I did it, if I found another ring in the level, I couldn't use it. It just, puts me in the thing, but the thing is useless now. I just get some rings or some medals for it. Stupid. I'm not going to go farm medals. The battle thingy isn't worth it. The battle thingy is cool because make a robot. Cool, whatever. It's not worth it. I'm not going to waste my time on that. Not going to buy up every color or every piece. Nah, it's not worth it. So yeah, I already talked about the story. I went back into gameplay. The gameplay is good. So yeah, we talked about that. So that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and hit a wrap up. It was a small game, so that's pretty much it. We'll wrap up here.
Yeah. I like the game. If you're a fan of Sonic, get the game. If you're a fan of the classic era of Sonic, get the game. If you're a fan of the modern Sonic, I would still say get the game because, you should also be a fan of classic. All of Sonic is amazing. Don't just be on one side of it, guys. All of it's amazing. Branch out. Try new things. But yeah, the game is really good. There's not really anything wrong with it. Sure, it doesn't feel the best. Sure, it's not the best. Sure, the levels are kind of, obviously ideas taken from other levels, but at least they're new levels. Oh yeah, I prefer Superstars over Mania. Definitely, 100%. I will play Superstars every day over Mania because while Mania is a really good game, don't get me wrong, it's a great game. I have fun with it. While it's a really good game and feels really good, I don't like how it reuses the levels. I don't like it, and it bothers me. I wanted a new Sonic game, and it's just half or more than half reused levels. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I understand that was what they were limited to, and I don't blame the team for that, but I still don't like it. So we have a new classic game that is actually new with actually new levels. Yeah, I like that better. I like them actually trying. I like the new levels actually being new. Granted, they are similar and they have similar ideas, but they're new. They're actually new. I like that so much better. So, yeah. Save the whole redoing levels for the generation stuff. I'm done with it. Done with Frontiers doing Green Hill Zone again and again and again and again and again. I'm done with this. Done with Forces, done with all this. I am happy Generations coming out because it's Generations, and I would like to be able to play Generations again on my PS5 now. And Shadow Generations looks like it's going to be cool. Also, point out to you, all you Shadow crazy nuts out there and you Sonato garbage people, it's not gonna run off Frontiers engine. It's just not. Don't be stupid. It's gonna be built in the same Sonic Generations. It's Sonic Generations. Shadow's homing attack is gonna be a teleport. That's it. And he's gonna play just like Generations. It's gonna feel like it's a copy of Generations. It's built into Generations. It's not gonna feel like Frontiers. Don't be stupid. Don't get your hype up. If I'm wrong, that's awesome. I would love to be wrong. But I'm keeping my expectations in the honest, correct area of Sega. It's going to be a copy of the engine of Generations that it's built off of, that it's packaged with, and it's going to be a piece of it. And Sega, of course, is going to delist the original Generations once this one drops. That's what's going to happen. That's what Sega does. We've been over this. When Origins dropped, they delisted the other ones. We know this. Sega does this. Get over it. So yeah. And I don't want to go crazy and digress over that, though. So we'll just end it, like I said. Superstars is a good game. Get it. Enjoy it. Have fun. Don't play through trips unless you really want to torture yourself and you're really a completionist. It's a good game. Be careful of the bosses. Get good, punks. And, yeah. That's all there is to it.
Okay, well, that was my raw review. Thanks for listening, and if you liked it and want to hear more, you can like and subscribe. But I'll be back here regardless whether you like it or not, with more raw dog gaming reviews. See you next time. Bye-bye!